guys, so this is the Elgato Facecam Pro. I'm pretty excited because I have the Elgato Facecam, the normal one, the first iteration of this. And so this one's supposed to do true 4K 60. So 60 frames per second at 4K resolution. A couple things that I really wanted was I think if you have a 4K sensor, then even your 1080p is probably going to look better. But really, it also has powerful low light performance sensors. So that's really what I wanted to try is this Sony sensor in here that supposedly will have better low light capabilities. So let's go ahead and open this up. See what it looks like on the inside. Make sure I'm in frame here. Perfect. Okay. Let's open this up here. So I remember the first Elgato that I had opened it up. I remember it being similar kind of packaging to this. So this is kind of cool. Nothing in here. So we've got this guy. Kind of cool. Quick start guide. Little tiny booklet. That's fine. Some kind of important safety instructions. You never know how dangerous these webcams can be. Very nice sturdy cable. Look at this cable. Cable is very interesting. USB-C. You would think that makes sense, right? Most new computers, but my computer's a little bit old, and to be honest with you, as embarrassing as this is, the current motherboard I have doesn't have this natively. So I do have a new motherboard coming in, and I'll probably make some videos on that too, but it'll probably have this connector, so I may not be able to try this right away, but that's okay. By the time I make the video and publish it, I'll have the new stuff in, I think. So this is just the base. It's kind of similar to the last one. It's kind of cool because it has like a traditional mount like you would find on any kind of camera tripod. So that's kind of cool. That means that this webcam could screw into any kind of tripod that has that same capability. So that's kind of cool. And then here's the camera. Way bigger it feels, maybe a little bit similar. I'll have to pull up the two cameras side by side so you can see the two of them. Definitely a different design. Wow, it's even got a heat sink. You can see the heat sink in there in the back. Must get pretty warm. That's impressive. It's very nice looking. Very clean. But that's what I would expect. Elgato makes really clean stuff in my opinion. So, and then this dude would just kind of screw in right here like that. And just hook it up like this. Put that down. And then it has a couple different pivot modes, which is good because you would want to put like your monitor right here. And then if you wanted to tilt it down, you can. If the monitor's taller than you, oops, should be in frame. Tilt it down if the monitor's taller than you, but the monitor could be like right there, like this. So pretty good little base stand thing. Again, you can also put it on a tripod if that's what you wanted to do. So that's pretty slick. That's basically it. That's all that's in this thing is a cable. Really, it's just the cable and the camera itself. So not a whole lot different there. Let me grab the other camera and I'll put them side by side here. So so this is the first Elgato Facecam. So the base you can see is not as nice as that last one for sure. This Pro one, significantly better. The glass lens, different size. The old one's actually bigger, but that doesn't mean anything. So we'll see what the actual sensor on the inside of that is like. The Pro is this is a nice webcam, to be honest with you, compared to some other ones. But this is a step up. Like the case is sturdier, the cam's a little bit heavier, which means it's gonna likely have better equipment probably on the inside, or maybe that's just the heatsink piece. But I would say overall it's pretty impressive. And so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'll hook them up and I'll run them. Maybe I'll do a video and I'll side by side these, and then I'll switch between the two to run them at the same time maybe, and we can see the quality difference between these two cameras. So this one's capable of 1080p 60 and this one's capable of 2160 60. So be really interesting to see the difference between these two. Okay guys, so I'm going to do a quick comparison of the Facecam Pro and the Facecam. I've got titles up there on the top that shows you which is which. Sorry, my monitor's shaking here. So to be honest with you, it's not as good as I had hoped. I mean, it's got like weird tint problems with the Facecam Pro, in my opinion. Plus, it has some weird focus thing that I'll show you guys in a second. So this is my current settings on the Facecam. If we zoom in, you can kind of see detail there. Let's put it back to where it's close to the other one. And then I've got the exposure on manual because this is automatic. I don't know why it does that, but if I put it like less compensation, do that, negative 1.1, I mean, it looks decent, I suppose. And I've got sharpness +2, so maybe I could cut that. Oof, look how blurry that is with the sharpness off. So definitely makes a difference with the sharpness. And then I've got the zoom at 150. I've got the white balance set to automatic, and you can see it's running about a 3000 with the current lighting I have in here. I have a little bit of a blue LED around, plus 4 track spotlights up there. So it runs about a 3000, which is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Let's switch over to the Facecam Pro so you can see the settings difference there. There's actually a little bit more settings. Let me expand this up and down. There we go. So that's the whole stack for Facecam Pro. So a couple things I'd like to say is, one, like this here, you can see on the old camera it has no green tint. The new one has like a green tint. It's not really green in here, so I don't know why we would see that. What I was playing around with the white balance. If I run the white balance on automatic, clearly that's terrible. Like I don't even know how they think that's a good white balance. I mean, look how pink my face is. So I can't run a white balance that's fixed, which I guess is okay. Well, it's also the tint. Like they added tint. This is a new feature in the new camera hub. Probably does support the Facecam Pro, but to me that's too pink. Looks like I have lipstick on. I guess the other one I'm probably underexposed, honestly. So if we go back to the Facecam, I do have saturation that's lower. Was it saturation? No, I guess it was contrast. So if we put contrast back to, I think they were standard at 50-50. My eyes kind of look washed out, I guess, in this mode. Get rid of noise. Ooh, look at the noise reduction. It's terrible. So let's go ahead and save that. We'll go back to Pro again. And then let's play with the contrast here. So if I put these both at 50, like that, and exposure is currently automatic at a -1, maybe 2/3. But man, this white balance is terrible. So if I put it back to what I had on the other camera, which is 3000, look how pink I am. So then I guess we need to add some green, change the tint here. It's looking a little better, huh? Still not the same though. That's what's super weird. So maybe I need to add some tint and then modify. Oh, that's looking... Oh, that's similar, I guess. I'm not really sure. Not really sure what's going on right there. Definitely a different color spectrum for tint and temperature than the other one. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know, 3200 maybe on this one. It still kind of looks weird, like lips are pink, mouth is pink. I don't know what to do with that. It's really bizarre, honestly. This one didn't have a sharpness setting, which is interesting. I kind of liked that sharpness setting. So anyhow, honestly, the white balance piece is kind of confusing for me. Like, I get that the one on the right, the original Facecam, kind of looks washed out, maybe not enough color, and then the one on the left, which is the Facecam Pro,
Kind of looks like it has maybe too much color or the wrong color hue or something's bizarre there. The zoom is pretty good. It's got much better detail on maybe my eyes and stuff like that. It does have this face tracking feature, which I think requires NVIDIA's AR, augmented reality, which one of the things they can do with it is actually make it look like your eyes are always looking at the camera. I haven't played with that yet, but that's a feature that's available in the new Facecam Pro. So I wanted to try that. I just need to install the NVIDIA stuff for that. I have to see what that looks like, get it to follow my eyes. Yeah, so overall, not as impressed as I had hoped to be, to be frank. The focus piece is really the biggest game changer for me. Like, I'm not sure I like the way that it focuses. So let me show you. If you zoom, see that? It's like changing the focus, which is nice that it focuses, but why does it have to? What's it doing with the? What is that? That's terrible. So then every time it does an autofocus, you run into that. What if I were to back up? What's it doing with the... Did you see that flash between blue and... Oops. Gotta stop bumping my monitor here. Yeah, the focus is weird. Like, what's it doing with that? Oh, man. I don't know. The automatic focus is a no-go for me. That's crazy that it keeps doing that same focus shake. To be honest with you, I don't like the colors. I played with this white balance, temperature, and tint thing for so long, and I could not get it to be what I wanted it to be. So, although I like the clarity of the sensor, you can clearly see the difference between the two. Like, let's put this, I'm going to zoom this in. Yeah, you like the shake. And then I'm going to zoom in the other one too, and you can clearly see the difference between the two on clarity. I mean, but what's with the focus? The sensor's better from clarity perspective. Sensor's worse from a focal perspective. I kind of wish that it was both. I want clarity and focus to work well. Oh my gosh, the autofocus thing's crazy to me. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful to you guys. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Facecam Pro, to be honest. I don't like the fact that I look so much more pink. I mean, even my hands look all like what is this? I don't have paint on my fingers. So I don't know what to do with the tint and temperature on this particular camera. It's not very good. Which is kind of a bummer because it's a $300 webcam. So if it's not perfect, I'm not going to keep the $300 webcam. Like, that's a bit expensive for I think what you get with the color balance. So anyhow, I hope this was useful to you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.